What if you were walking in Germany in 1933, bumped into a man with a strange mustache in a coffee shop? Your AI took one glance at him and whispered in your ear, "This guy is probably going to start World War II." There's a new kind of first impression coming. One that doesn't happen in a glance or a handshake, but in data. Soon your AI will be able to read someone's entire public history, every post, every pattern of language, every reaction they've had online, and return with an assessment. This is who they are, not who they say they are, not who others think they are, but who they appear to be, statistically. And when that becomes possible, first impressions, the biological kind, start to look outdated. The human brain already runs a primitive version of this. It scans tone, eyes, posture, scent. In half a second, it decides safe, unsafe, interesting, irrelevant. Evolution built that shortcut to keep us alive. Now we're building a newer one, faster, wider, digital, where instinct is replaced by inference, where the first impression isn't felt, it's computed. The first person walks in cold, no research. They rely on chemistry, that ancient biological algorithm. The second scrolls through profiles, photos, comments, mutual friends. They form an image, half information, half projection. The third asks their AI 10 years of posts analyzed in 10 seconds. Emotional range, consistency, topics avoided, tone shifts over time. The AI replies with probabilities, high agreeableness, moderate narcissism, 72% chance of long-term reliability. When they meet, only one of them already knows how the conversation will probably go. The curve is simple. Whoever uses the better perception tool gains advantage. They hire better employees. They choose better business partners. But it won't stop at business partners or new hires. Imagine walking down a crowded street. Before you even register a face, your AI has already scanned the crowd, matched thousands of subtle cues against your entire digital history, your messages, your micro-expressions, the way your heart rate changed when someone made you laugh in 2019. And then, through your earbuds, that calm synthetic voice says, if you go say hello to the woman in the red coat, you have a 63% chance of marrying her. The system doesn't call it chemistry, it calls it correlation, and yet it's describing the same thing evolution once handled through instinct. Attraction, compatibility, the spark that used to feel like fate. In that moment, you realize that love too can be treated as a pattern recognition problem. It isn't about morality, and it's about performance. Emotion was a technology of survival. AI is just a newer version built on bigger bandwidth. The first impression was once a feature of biology. Now it's becoming a product of computation. Over time, those who rely on biological intuition will still exist, but they'll move slower. They'll spend weeks discovering what someone could have learned in minutes. And as advantage compounds, pre-analysis becomes expectation. Just as no company hires without background checks, no individual will meet without an algorithmic read. Instinct won't disappear. It will just run after the fact, like a secondary opinion. The interesting question isn't whether we'll use it, but how much of ourselves will depend on it. If emotion was once the fastest signal evolution could offer, this is simply the next speed. The first impression, upgraded. A biological function replaced by software. We might still feel things, but those feelings will arrive after the calculation is done. And maybe that's just what progress looks like. Intuition, automated. The first impression was the original algorithm. We've just built a better one. If you like this kind of content, please share it.